It's not a natural expansion of a main. It's actually, well, it's kind of a natural expansion, except there's no spawn location up there. There are two bases though connected to each other. So if he can hold the inside one, certainly he'll just need to put those pylons on the ramp, and he'll be safe from vulture harass. And yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. That base, he is taking the inside half of it. Meanwhile, Memory just laying some mines around. I think what Memory needs to do, I mean, Memory is a creative player. I think he needs to use the creativity again. I don't think he can beat Jangbi in a straight-up macro war into the late game. I just don't think he has the technical skills that Jangbi does with his late game pushes. They're just made so much stronger by his excellent Sonic Storms. I just don't think Memory can handle it. So I think Memory should be going for some kind of unorthodox strategy. In the first game, he went for dropships, and it was quite successful. I mean, the harass was not poor. It just overall his handling of his main army wasn't as good as Jangbi, and that cost him the game. But he certainly should be doing something other than the standard Terran versus Protoss, because I mean, just looking at the numbers, he is not going to be able to beat Jangbi most likely in a long game of any sort. He is looks like he is going to go for a really standard build here, just picking up lots of factories. You know, and the thing is, if he lost on destination using a standard, well, using his dropships, and well, if he lost on destination, period, he's probably going to lose on Athena. Is my point. Athena is a balance between the two races. I don't see anything that would obviously make it, you know, biased towards Terran, certainly. The natural expansion isn't that easy to hold. The middle area is pretty wide open. And anyway, so we are seeing the tanks push out a little bit. It's a slow push here with the missile turrets. Athena 1 was a little bit more Terran biased because the hills on the middle area had smaller ramps, and hence it made the map less open. It was harder to flank the Terran army. But now it's pretty balanced, I feel. Anyway, though, so here comes a bunch of goons coming from the south. We might be seeing them sort of lay a trap. If Jangbi has a number of speed lots somewhere else, he can try to goad the tanks from moving out and then just attack from behind. Of course, I don't see that second group, so maybe he's just trying to push in and see what's going on here, try to deflect an attack before it gets too close to his bases. Jangbi going to pick off these mines here. And meanwhile, he's trying to pick up the natural expansion of that that expansion over there at the 7 o'clock that he's picked up. He's also got a shuttle. I'm interested in seeing what's inside the shuttle. I'm pretty sure it's not a Reaver, probably just a couple of Zealots. And we're seeing the Citadel of Doom, no Templar Archives yet. He could be going possibly for some kind of counterattack if Memory decides to push out at this stage of the game when he doesn't have that many tanks and vultures. Certainly speedlots and goons can be very effective against just about this number. If it gets any bigger than this, of course, the Terran gets close to 150 food, then or above, the Protoss player can't just rely on speedlots and goons. They have to get some other tech. Meanwhile, though, he is going to go in with the shuttles, and that's what I'm talking about. He is going to use the Zealots and goons. Maybe he is going to pick off some of these tanks, but he doesn't have enough Zealots, I feel, to be able to go in here. His Zealots are not speed upgraded yet, actually, so I think this was actually a poor attack here from Jangbi. He does not take the field. He loses a number of goons and his shuttle and his Zealots, so it seems that was a poorly timed attack by Jangbi. Memory has a little bit of a chance here to push forward. If he replenishes his vulture count, he can go in and try to take down one of these expansions. Looks like he is going to go forward here. Jangbi might be vulnerable at that 7 o'clock location. Meanwhile, Memory has picked up his own expansion there at the 330 location, also getting a starport. Not sure if it's for dropships or if it's just for the upgrades, so you can get that science facility. Anyway, though, speed upgrade done for Jangbi, and we'll be seeing some Templar Archives, some Templars up after Templar Archives is up. I think that will be his strong suit once he gets them out, but until then, I think he's going to be vulnerable here. He just has speedlots and goons. It's going to come down to some micro, though, as they both try to defend this bridge, as they both try to contend over this bridge here. Seems that Memory actually pulling back a little bit here. Maybe he feels like he's not in a secure position there or doesn't have enough vultures. I'm a little surprised. He might be trying to just outmaneuver Jangbi, try to go in from the north. I'm not sure if that would be a brilliant idea, though. I think he actually was in a great position at that moment. He could have just slowly leapfrogged his way across this bridge. But it looks like he is going to cede this bridge to Jangbi here. Interesting. So I wonder where Memory's army is. Jangbi now advancing a bit. Maybe Memory just wants to guard his new expansions of his own. Although I think he had a little bit of an opportunity there that he may have not taken. Jangbi now looks like he is going to try to get closer to the base. You know, this is not to attack, of course. The Protoss cannot attack the Terran head-on at this point in the game, but it is just to try to counter the Protoss at a better timing. I'm sorry, to counter the Terran at a better timing when the Terran does move out. And here comes Jangbi with his goons. He's going to just try to set up this little bit of a position here, and just probably hold outside of these base. Jangbi, just, you know, really just macroing up here. Expecting the first High Templar out pretty soon, though. And, yeah, he's got that shuttle. Really, there's not much going on here. Some Vulture harass coming out here, but it's going to get greeted by all these goons. Yeah, this is another purpose, too, just to make sure the Vultures do not get too close to your bases, because good Terran micro can defeat a lot of goons with a lot of Vultures, or at least outmaneuver them. +1 attack done for Jangbi. We get to see the upgrades here on the Terran units. We'll see them pretty soon, I'm sure, though. And looks like it was a starport. I saw a sliver of a starport with a control tower. Templar Archives up also, so we're going to be hopefully seeing some Jangbi storms. Meanwhile, Jangbi going in for an attack here at the 330 position, dropping Zealots with here, going sort of a Bulldogs rush here. Going in once again with the speed lots and the shuttles dropping, and oh man, that is a huge clump of tanks, but it's going to take care of this attack, I think. No, actually, there's, oh man, these tanks are getting killed by their own splash damage. That is a sign of Memory's just, you know, novice play here, losing so many tanks. I mean, he could have just unsieged those tanks and killed the Zealots quicker and with fewer losses than what he did here. He's lost probably more than half of his tanks there. Wow, that was poor play. With just maybe, you know, 8 speed lots, Jangbi managed to kill maybe 8 or 10, 8 or so tanks, and it's really just not a good trade there. Meanwhile, all right, so we are seeing Memory go for his sort of trademark Terran versus Protoss dropships here. Meanwhile, 2 Stargates going out for Jangbi. Could be for Mass Arbiters at this point. I don't see him necessarily switching to Carriers. I don't think it's an impossibility, though, but I'm going to guess it's Arbiters most likely. And nope, I am wrong actually. Fleet Beacon, so it is Carriers. Expected Arbiters because he had so many gateways and you know, ground units already that it would have made more sense, I think. But this map is not bad for Carriers at all either. The ridges in the middle really help the Carriers a lot. Here comes Jangbi though with his speed lots. He's gonna just, I think, prevent the Vultures from moving out, prevent any kind of counterattack from happening. Jangbi now picking up another base there, and Jangbi knows these dropships are coming, I believe, because he has those goons positioned in that interesting position there. But there's not too much he can do. He's got 4 cannons up though, so they might be able to, yeah. And I think Memory just saw those cannons, and he realized that there was no safe place for him to drop. Actually, he might lose these dropships. It looks like he's not going to actually lose these dropships, but really he's going to do absolutely no damage here. Jangbi well prepared there, I have to say. That is very smart by him. A lot of times Protoss players will make the pylon wall and then they won't have